Hey, what up, traders? It's your boy Trader here again with another exciting video on trading. Guys, the markets are so predictable. They're obeying a set of laws, and each time they work. Okay, I'm in a trade right now. I just took the trade here. And in case you're wondering, why did he just take the trade here? Okay, so I made an earlier video today, and I was indicating Elliott waves. So I've labeled the waves for you to understand: wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now after wave 5, you would normally have a wave A, a wave B, and a C, and there are rules for determining all these waves. For example, wave B will never go past the high of wave A, so wave B might just end somewhere here. Now, since I knew that wave A was done, because wave A is now in these three corrective waves, wave A, this is wave A here. Let me zoom into wave A here. As you can see, wave A had 1, 2, 3. Now we are done. Wave A is done. After that, wave B now begins. Wave B, as you can see here, let me zoom into wave B. I know already from Elliott wave that wave B, look at this purple arrow, is going to go this direction before wave C comes down. So now this is wave B beginning from here, and look at what happened. It had a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, given that this is wave B here, which has begun, I now came in here and I was trying to determine where the breakout will occur. Where will the breakout occur? So I had to use my symmetrical triangles. First of all, I look for the trend inside the trend. I first of all determine this trend here and this one here. I'm going to change the lines to black so you can see the trend inside the trend. So I do this, I get the trend. I'm in the trade now as I'm talking to you, and it's still rising. So I got the trend inside the trend. Now the next thing was to spot the breakout point. Now when I looked at this point here, what did I get to see? Well, the first thing I noticed was here you have what we call a piercing pattern. This piercing pattern here is the ideal piercing pattern. Notice that this green candle here opens below the close of this red candle, and it goes up and closes more than halfway into the red candle. This is a bullish indication sign called the piercing pattern. So you see, I'm not using these candlestick indicators on their own. I find my market anatomy before using them. Now the market again went up here, and I saw this rejection. I was observing what happened. It came down, and I saw this doji here. This is a doji here. Now this is a very small body candle called a doji, and these three candles, 1, 2, and 3, form what we call a morning star. This is a morning star. So you can see here, this is a morning star. So when I saw the morning star form here, and this candle of the morning star was so bullish that it took out this trend line. Let me change that trend line to some color like. So it took out this trend line. Once it took out this trend line, I knew that was the beginning of the bullish rise. But it's not going to be a rise that will be without corrections. It will have some corrections. It will not be as impulsive as this wave 3 here. This was wave 3 when I was showing you. It will not be as impulsive as that, but it will also rise here. Now the next thing which also confirmed the rise to me, let's go down to our indicators. I saw this on the indicator. I'm going to remove this for a moment here. Look at this indicator. Look at this low point here. This low point here is represented here on the indicator. Now price is descending. Price is descending here. And as you can see, this point here, this low here is higher than this one on the charts. This low is higher than this low on the charts, but on the indicator, this point here is lower than this one. So this divergence, a divergence is simply saying that what the price chart is showing is different from what the oscillator is showing. This is an oscillator. This is the relative strength index. It measures the momentum in the market. So the oscillator is diverging from the price movement. It's showing us something different. So this oscillator is confirming to us that this market wants to indeed buy for at least some time. And so when I saw this oscillators here giving me hidden bullish divergence, together with the analysis I've shown here, the channel, the diagonal channel that was broken, this little pennant here, this pennant here, as you can see, if I pull this back here like this here, this is black line. Let me make this black line really bold so that you can see what I'm trying to show you here. I'll make it big. I'll put at 4 pixels. Okay, let's make this other one to really big so that you can see that if I put this one at 4 pixels. So notice that these two lines enclose a space here. Let me extrapolate this one a little bit down like that. They enclose a space here, and this space is known as a symmetrical triangle. So when I saw my symmetry here, I was now checking, once prices break out of the symmetry, there's going to be a massive explosion. So prices have now broken out of the symmetry and the rise has begun. So the rise is confirmed to me by my hidden bullish divergence and also by the piercing pattern and the Doge star, also called the morning star pattern, which took place here. But I didn't just trade this because I saw some piercing pattern or some morning star. I didn't just trade it because I saw some hidden divergence. No, these are only suggestions. They only confirm what I knew about market anatomy, about Elliott wave. It all begins from here. It all begins from these structures. You must understand how these structures flow. That's why people get to blow their accounts. They don't spend time to learn how these markets move. It's a bit challenging, but spend time on it. That's why this channel is there for you. I'm going to be breaking it down for you every time until with time. If you stay tuned to this channel, guys, if you follow this channel continuously, you'll be able to trade from home without going to pay. Listen, the first time I wanted to learn to trade, a guy told me I had to pay 500,000 francs CFA to learn. That's about roughly $1,000 US. I didn't have that kind of money at the time, you know, and this was my friend, and he was asking me for that kind of money, and he didn't even master all the things I'm trying to show you now. This guy was showing people trend lines and resistances and supports. Those things don't really work. They work to an extent, like 65% accuracy, but they are not the foundation of the markets. They are not. So I am giving you what works here, what has been working for me for free, guys, for free. All I ask you in return is just give me support, give me a like, give me a comment, just say something about the video to encourage our work and to help the YouTube algorithm to keep us going. Okay, so basically, since I have seen all those, I'm going to hold my trade very quietly here, and I'm expecting to take a few candles here. Now, the last thing I want to show you here, it's also very important. This is called the triple tap. This is called the triple tap. Generally in trading, this is another trend line here, which confirmed to me that markets were looking good. Let me draw a trend line touching these 3 points here. So we have some sort of a triple tap here. This is the first tap here, this point here. This is the second tap of this line. This line to me is what I call a demand line. Okay, you can call this a demand line. This is a line where on this line there is massive demand. So I notice here on this line, demand began to build up. Here, this is demand and supply. On this line here, demand begins to build up. And then demand falls, but when it comes back to this line, demand builds up again significantly from this area. And so logically from this area, demand is going to continue to build up. That's basically what the third tap does. So there's something about the number 3 in trading. Okay, it's like the holy grail of trading. All right, if you look up here, look at what happened up here. The market had 3 taps. This is the first time the bulls tried to break above, the second time the bulls tried to break above, and the third time the bulls tried to break above here, they failed, and you see the market crash significantly. Okay, so there's something about the number 3 in trading. It's like some sort of a, I don't know, magic number, self-fulfilling number, some esoteric number, I don't know, but there's something special about this number 3, and it generally works. Okay, so let me know what you think about this this approach. I'm still in the trade and I'm tailing my profits. I'm going to be pushing up my take profits and following the trend at about this area here. I'm going to pull out of the trade because remember, I'm just a scalper. I don't want to take too many candles. I meet my daily objectives by scalping and I leave the market very quietly. Okay guys, let me know what you think about this video.